Hello Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you so much for joining me at Aquarian Node. I'm getting ready to do your love reading for the first half to middle of January 2020. Give me 1 second, let me burn some of this sage really quick. And yes, so I want to thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. You guys are awesome. I am going to announce the winner for the December 2019 free 20-minute readings day after tomorrow, so keep your eye out for that. I am using a new deck. This is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. I am very committed to making sure that I get you guys the best messages as possible, and so I bought this deck to kind of make the messages more specific. I hate, having to do general readings. I think they're not very helpful, because it's like, if they're too general, then it's just not helpful. So in an effort to make the messages more specific, I bought this deck and I like it. I've already bonded with it. That's why I haven't returned it yet. But they're just so thin. Like, I just feel like they're not gonna last very long. Like, they're gonna get bent up and nasty looking. Like, not but anyway, I'm gonna ride it out until I can't ride it no more. Remember, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. I forgot to say that in the Scorpio reading. But if this does not fit into your life, please do not force it to. But I'm looking forward. I just want to thank you, again, for your love and support. You guys really came through for me. That's why I'm trying to get these messages out to you as soon as possible. Try not to, and I noticed that my readings, a lot of what I say doesn't come to fruition until like the end of the month. And so I'm going to try it this way, doing like the first half and then the second half of the month, so that the energies will be more specific to the time frame that I mentioned. I just feel like that'll be more helpful for you guys. All right, so you have, these are really beautiful cards though. I mean, they are super thin. I wish he had laminated them. Well, not he, I'm sure it wasn't John Holland himself, but these just need to be laminated a little bit more. They're like, like, I'm gonna mess these up. But I've already bonded with them, so I'm not returning them. Once that connection has been made, it's no going back. Like, Spirit is definitely all up in these cards. I just feel like, you guys need a more specific reading. I like to be as detailed as possible, which is really hard because these are general readings for the collective. But, I mean, these are love readings for the collective, so they're pretty general. But, and even still, I knew there was new love for y'all. I felt that. I felt like there was new love for some of y'all. I feel as though I'm feeling like, I feel as though some of you have done something wrong to someone. You haven't been communicating with them, or maybe you lied to them about something. I didn't do my meditation walk, but Spirit is like definitely guiding my words very heavily here, and so, which is that's normal. Yeah, see, I knew it. Judgment. Yeah, I feel as though some of y'all lied to someone from your past. Yeah, so let's get into this. Let's see what you got going on. Jumping ahead of the game. So you have well-deserved reward. So so that's on the horizon here. First half of January. Could be a promotion though. Then you have throat chakra. So this is what Spirit is saying that you need to work on. And this is the I speak located at your throat. I feel as though you may have said something, done something. And then you have listen, which I think is really interesting, because you have that next to throat chakra. Listen and throat chakra. So listening and then speaking. Maybe you made assumptions about someone or something that were incorrect. Gossiping just came to me. There's gossiping here. Then you have seek. And so I feel as though this is you seeking the truth in something. Maybe that's what you neglected to do. I feel as though you were gossiping. There's lies here and gossiping here. What were you lying about, Gemini? It was about someone from your past, because you have the Six of Cups here in reverse. This could be a childhood friend. This could be an ex. There was an emotional attachment to this individual. You could have children with this person as well. Yeah, I feel as though you lied. There's lying here because you have Judgment. What did you lie about? Or you were just dishonest? You weren't telling the truth about something, the whole truth? This is someone you have a very strong connection to. I feel as though you possibly have children with this person, or you guys were childhood friends, or you possibly were pregnant by this person at one point, maybe, but you didn't take the pregnancy to term. Maybe that's what you lied about. You have the King of Wands here, and so this could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Yeah, I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. And then you have the Two of Swords here. So there is a decision that you need to make. I feel as though it's to tell the truth. Swords are definitely indicative of communication here. Yeah, and then you have the Five of Swords here in reverse. Definitely a lie. Definitely a lie here. It's something that you lied about, that you're wondering whether or not you need to tell the truth about something. Or maybe someone lied to you. Remember that this can go either way. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So I feel as though whatever situation this is that you guys were in, you were working towards something very stable with this person. And now you're wondering whether or not it's worth it to tell the truth, because the situation is already ended and you don't think it would be worth it to go back. But you have well-deserved reward here. So I feel as though that would be something that's actually more emotionally tied and versus tangible. I mean, it is red, so that can be indicative of, you know, a physical reward. But I feel as though it might not necessarily be physical in the sense of it could be a representation of an emotional reward. So, you know, a ring or flowers, you know, something like that. That's an expression of emotion, but in tangible form. So you lied about something. You lied on someone. Something happened here to cause a breakdown in this relationship with this fire energy. They could also have a lot of fire in their chart. And now you're wondering whether or not you want to tell the truth about what happened. Yeah. And then you have the Ace of Cups here. And so this is definitely a message here. This is good news. So I feel as though if you do make this move towards seeking the truth, and expressing that, working on your throat chakra, and also listening, opening up a channel of communication with this person, that it's going to turn out very well. But let's see what your advice is here. This is interesting. Drama. Gemini, drama. And you guys are good for communication. You guys are excellent communicators. So I think it's interesting that the throat chakra card came out. You're definitely dealing with a fire sign, Mother of Wands here. So this is also someone that's very protective of her family. Might not seem like, might not seem like much just looking at her, but she's definitely very protective of her family. So I feel as though that could be your energy. Look at that, Daughter of Swords. So that's definitely your energy. That's all about, you know, communication, honesty. Definitely. Oh, look at that, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you said something. You did something here to cause conflict in this situation. And so now your advice is to definitely open up that line of communication here. I mean, it's just, do I even need to pick up these cards? You have the Mother of Swords and the Daughter of Swords here. And so I feel as though this is definitely the energy you need to take on here. You need to be ready to be honest. I feel as though some of you have children. Yeah, whomever you're dealing with, this fire sign energy, it's someone you have children with or wanted to have children with. Or, yeah, there's something into that. Or it could even be a family member, because I'm definitely getting familial tie here. And then you have the Daughter of Swords with that, and that's the energy that you need to take on to be able to communicate to this Mother of Wands energy here. Interesting. You could be dealing with someone that you're no longer with, that is actually with someone else now. Oh, it could be a situation where you're a step parent, or you're the parent and dealing with an ex that has moved on with someone else. And so possibly this could be a conflict that you're dealing with the children. There's been a lot of issues with expressing to the children in the scenario what's going on. This shift in the home environment has changed. Yeah, I'm getting that heavy here. I feel as though you really need to look towards your children and really need to make sure that they're understanding this shift in their environment, what this really means for your relationship as well as with the relationship of the person that the new person in their life. You've got 3 9s here. You have 9 in the well-deserved reward, 9 in the seat card, and then you have this 9 of swords here. So there's definitely conflict going on here. You definitely need to make sure that you're expressing to them the nature of the scenario so that they understand what's happening. Yeah, I feel as though they feel it's their fault that these things have occurred. And I think that's what you need to communicate to them, that it's not their fault. You need to speak to them about that, and you need to listen to what they're saying in response. There's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. And here it is, the Ace of Swords. You definitely need to relate to them the nature of the situation and bring to light what they feel they don't understand, you know, because they're very confused right now, is what I'm getting from the moon. Normally it means like secrets being kept, but I'm not getting that. I'm just getting confusion here and them just not understanding what's going on here. So that's just for a select few of you. That's the only storyline that I'm actually getting here. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got multiple variations. I feel as though some of you just need to express to this other person that you're dealing with, this fire sign energy, the truth about something. There's a message here that needs to be relayed before things can get better with you all. But I do feel as though there's going to be a revelation here that's indicative of the Ace of Swords with the moon here. There's going to be a conversation that's going to be had that's going to bring joy into the situation, but it's going to be a process here. It's not going to be an overnight situation, so I will caution you with that. Definitely working on your throat chakra and making sure that when you go into this conversation that it's an actual dialogue. Don't just listen to speak, listen to understand as well. So I hope that this was helpful for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Gemini Cross Watchers. Thank you so much for joining me at Aquarian Node. I look forward to doing your reading again soon. Bye-bye.